Like when your car engine overheats, you can just look at the dashboard, see the dial in the red, and, well, pull over to let it cool down.
Yeah.
It's mechanical. It makes sense.
Right. You just replace the thermostat or, top off the coolant.
Exactly. But when the human body's internal thermostat breaks, like during menopause, you can't exactly just pop the hood.
No, you really can't. The system is completely invisible.
Right. But what if there was like a biological mechanic that could actually patch that broken thermostat? Today, we are doing a deep dive into a plant that claims to do exactly that, which is black cohosh root. It's native to North America and was traditionally used in Native American medicine.
Yeah, and it's gaining massive mainstream attention now.
Oh, totally. So our mission today is for you, the listener, to get past the hype. We want to see exactly how it works, strictly according to research.
Well, to understand how it acts as that mechanic, we really have to look at the root itself. Scientifically, it's known as Actaea racemosa.
Right. But it has some pretty quirky historical names too, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Things like bugroot or bugbane. But the root is the absolute powerhouse that gets used in modern teas and supplements.
Bugbane. I love that. So let's stick with that mechanic analogy. According to research, this root contains phytoestrogens. Now wait, these aren't actually human hormones? Right?
No, they're not. They're entirely plant-based.
So how do they fix the engine if they aren't real hormones?
Okay, think of the estrogen receptors in your body like ignitions, right?
Yeah.
And actual human estrogen is the key. Well, phytoestrogens are like a spare key cut from a completely different material.
Okay, I'm following.
They fit perfectly into the ignition, but they don't start the car with the same roar. Instead, they just gently occupy that space.
Oh, wow. So they block the real, wildly fluctuating hormones from coming in and causing chaos.
Exactly. And by interacting with those receptors, research actually suggests black cohosh specifically targets the serotonin pathways linked to the hypothalamus.
And that's the literal thermostat of your brain, right?
Yeah, precisely. So it's not flooding your system with new hormones. It's really using that spare key to recalibrate the temperature dial that went completely haywire.
Man, if it's physically turning down the dial in the hypothalamus, that totally explains the hot flash data.
It really does.
Because, there was a 2018 study where 80 menopausal women took 20 milligrams daily for 8 weeks, and they saw a massive reduction in both hot flashes and night sweats.
Which naturally leads to this whole cascade of indirect benefits. If you aren't waking up completely drenched in sweat, your sleep duration and quality just skyrocket.
Right. You're fixing the temperature, but the real win is getting your rest back.
Exactly.
But, okay, I have to push back here for a second. A lot of supplements make big promises. Couldn't a lot of this symptom relief just be like a placebo effect? You take a pill, you expect to feel cooler, so you do.
Well, you can placebo yourself into feeling a little cooler, sure.
Yeah.
But you absolutely cannot placebo a tumor into shrinking.
Wait, what? Shrinking?
Yes. There was a 3-month study that showed taking 40 milligrams daily actually decreased the size of uterine fibroids by up to 30%.
That is wild. How does a root even do that?
Remember that spare key analogy we just talked about?
Yeah, the weak phytoestrogens in the ignition.
Right. So uterine fibroids feed on strong natural estrogen to grow. If the weaker phytoestrogens from black cohosh are occupying those keyholes, the fibroid essentially gets starved of the high-octane fuel it needs.
Oh, I see. So it literally shrinks because it has no fuel.
Exactly. That is a documented physiological change in the body's chemistry. It's not just some subjective feeling.
Okay, yeah, that is undeniable proof that this plant is doing some heavy lifting. But I feel like that brings us to a crucial reality check.
It definitely does.
Because, if a plant compound is powerful enough to manipulate your brain's thermostat and starve fibroids, it has to be powerful enough to cause real side effects.
Absolutely. You wouldn't hand a mechanic the keys in your car without knowing the risks, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at?
Well, the side effects range from mild issues like digestive upset, headaches, minor weight gain, to some really severe complications.
Like what?
Black cohosh has been linked to potential liver damage. And interestingly, in high-dose animal studies, it actually caused red blood cell damage leading to anemia.
Wow. Which is exactly why the medical guidelines for using this are incredibly strict. You can't just take it like a daily vitamin forever.
No, absolutely not. Doses generally range from 8 to 160 milligrams daily.
Right. And the use should be strictly capped at 6 months, according to research.
It's 6 months max. And it must be completely avoided by pregnant or breastfeeding individuals. Oh, and anyone with existing liver issues, of course.
That makes total sense. Because it is so biologically active, you always need to consult a doctor before adding it to your routine.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance, using nature's pharmacy safely.
So, to sum it up for you listening, black cohosh isn't just folklore. It's a scientifically backed tool containing compounds that physically bind to our receptors to help manage major hormonal shifts.
Provided you use it safely and for a very short time.
Right, exactly.
I think it's a perfect example of why we shouldn't just dismiss traditional plant medicine, but rather, decode it with modern science.
I couldn't agree more. Which leaves you with something pretty wild to ponder. If a wild plant casually known as bugbane can mimic human hormones well enough to completely rewire our internal dashboard, what other profound medical secrets are quietly growing in our local woods, just waiting for modern research to decode them?